I have a Kenmore Elite dishwasher, model 630.133933012 that started giving an error E25 code. A technician was called and he determined that there did not appear to be any mechanical error. He simply reset the unit with some combination of button pushes. The machine has worked fine for about 1 month but is now giving the E25 error again. Can you tell me how to do a reset instead of calling the technician again? His charge for the call-out is $100. Thank you.
Hello, and thank you for using this service. I'll be helping you with your problem today. Can you reset your model number again please with a decimal between the third and fourth buttons? Right now the website thinks it looks too much like a phone number.
Model number is 630.133933012. The model number is. Did you receive my response? The model number is 63013993012. Please advise.
But I do not know this model number, so I have opted out, and another technician will pick this question up if someone knows this model number better.
If I am not going to get an answer, then I want a refund of my PayPal payment of $30. Please advise. John Herder, @
Hello John, and thanks for choosing the JustAnswer.com appliance category. E25 means the drain is blocked or slow to drain. Step 0, locate the circuit breaker or fuse box, near the electric meter, or power cord for the unit and physically disconnect power for 20 minutes to reset the controller. Do not rely on the normal power switch on the unit because the power switch for most controller-based equipment is only a signal/request to the controller but does not actually kill power to the controller. Step 1, after 20 minutes, reapply power to see if the controller behaves differently by testing the unit. Open the door slightly to stop the cycle. Hold down the start button for approximately 3 seconds. The display shows 001. Close the door. The program sequence lasts approximately 1 minute. Wait until the display shows OO. Open the door, press the power button. Close the door. Can you check the drain line? Most homes use an air gap. Check the air gap that drains from the dishwasher into the garbage disposal. Cut off power at the circuit breaker, near the electric meter usually labeled DW. Wait 20 minutes. Reapply power. Check the air gap for obstructions in the drain, turn off the power for the dishwasher at the circuit breaker panel, usually labeled DW. Check your air gap for partial clogging, and the resultant impaired draining of dirty dishwater. You can either stick your gloved finger into the outlet hole inside the garbage disposal to probe for blockage, or remove the air gap cover and place a heavy drinking glass over it to catch the jet of water shooting up. If you have the less expensive air gap, you don't have a screw-on cap under the chrome cover, the cap can be removed by using 2 thin screwdrivers to pry up both plastic tabs at the same time. Click the link below for a video. http://www.youtube.com/watch V = RMG2JXQL858, then turn the circuit breaker back on to test the pump again. The air gap usually gives a clear indication of the level of blockage by either leaking a little or a lot of water through the vent holes into the sink and by the sound of the water rushing through it. It is easy to check the force of drain stream from the dishwasher pump to the air gap. Remove the cap and cover of the air gap, place a clear, heavy glass over the air gap, move the dishwasher timer to the drain position, start the drain function, lift the glass to allow the water to escape, and you should see a strong stream of water until the dishwasher empties all the water. If the stream slows before the dishwasher empties, you know you have a clog somewhere before the air gap.
Thank you for the various steps. I will try all that appear to be necessary and get back to you within 1 day with the results. Thank you, John Herder.
Okay.
RMR 2009, I have tried all the suggestions you have provided, but the E25 error code still occurs. Although the cycle of the dishwasher ends prematurely with the E25 code, there is no water, to speak of, remaining in the unit, nor are there any leaks. Holding the start button down until the display shows 0:01, 1 minute, then closing the door successfully pumps out the remaining 4 to 8 ounces of water in the bottom of the drain, and the display goes to 0 o'clock. However, the E25 returns at next attempt to wash the dishes.
When you put the glass over the open air gap, is the stream strong? The pump should easily be able to shoot water 6 feet above the ground.
The drain hose from the DW does not go through a drain gap to the drain. It is directly connected/clamped to the carburetor. When I disconnect this hose and run the last of the drain cycle from the quick rinse setting or the 0:01 reset setting, there is pressure here. I am not sure it would shoot 6 feet, however. The opening to the carburetor is not plugged. When I blow back into the hose, trying to force air back into the DW, there is no flow. Almost as if a backflow valve is in place.
Airflow is not a good indicator for water flow anyways. Is there no buildup at all at the garbage disposal opening or inside the drain hose? Can you try running the drain cycle into a big bucket?
Hello again. There does not appear to be any buildup of any kind in the drain hose or disposal opening. I have run the drain cycle a few times into a large bucket. Always the E25 fault occurs at the very end of the cycle, where approximately 4 to 8 ounces of water is left standing in the very base of the drain area. I have taken off the pump cover as described in the user manual. The tapered, fluted object left exposed runs freely, and there is no junk in or around the area. When everything is put back together, whatever cycle that is run ends in an E25. Unless you have any other suggestions, I will call in a repair technician.
The drain pump is at the bottom, not to be confused with the circulation pump at the top. If the full length of the drain hose is clear, you will need a new drain pump. Item 0455 in the picture below. http://lease_png/pldm/5003929220004.png http://www.searspartsdirect.com/partsdirect/part number/Kenmore Elite parts/dishwasher parts/6113332/0022/630/model 63013930123/0583000 key suffix it equals na and path taken equals part search and path render equals model component and document comp it equals 500399292 and diagram page it equals 00004 and product type it equals X and search model number equals 630139930012 and subcomp DESC equals pump %20 ASCII and brand DESC equals Kenmore %20 Elite and model DESC equals dishwasher and BLT equals 11 and SHD mod equals.
Thank you for the schematic and part identification. You haven't mentioned the possibility of the mother/control board needing replacement. One last question: Can you tell me where I can get a manual or schematic that would tell me how to replace this pump myself? I can tell already that I am going to have to pull the unit out from under the countertop, but what then? Thank you, John Herder. I am satisfied with the suggestions and advice you have given me.
The main control board never goes out unless there is major damage due to water intrusion or power surges. E25 is a typical code for this unit due to the pump. Almost all dishwasher pump/motor assemblies can be removed with the cabinet in place. You have to cut the power, remove the baskets, etc. On the inside, remove the front kickplate and turn 3 rubber retaining clamps to allow the assembly to come out from the opening in the dishwasher tub. I couldn't find a service manual, but you can check out the typical videos below, http://www.youtube.com/watch. V equals ALLLZNBXJ8 and feature equals related http://www.youtube.com/watch. V equals KYPOA hosts can feature equals in screen and NR equals 1 http://www.youtube.com/watch. V equals VNQVDQZMZV4.
Thank you. I left a tip, John Herder.
You are welcome and thanks for the tip.
Excellent service. I consider this ticket closed. John Herder.
Thank you. I need to have the last word because any unanswered response from you prevents me from working with other customers until I respond.
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit JustAnswer.com/YTHI.